Something big is coming for XRP. In this video, we're going to be jumping down into a little bit of the on-chain data for XRP, but also taking a look at the price action of where I think things could be going once the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit comes to an end. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. Let's just jump right down into this thing, right? Let's take a look at what's going on. So we will come back to the price chart here. This being XRP paired up with USDT on the daily time frame. We'll come back to this in a moment. Before we get to this, let's jump on over into our website. So this is membership.cheekycrypto.io. Link is in the description below. This is our membership website, and if you are a member, there are many different perks to this. Everything from the private Discord community to the exclusive chat rooms, the live AMAs, the exclusive videos, the exclusive technical analysis that we do, through to trading, where we have kind of various different trading elements going on. We have alerts of things that are going on within the space, the data perk, which is what we're going to be talking about today, and then education, right? So there are some monthly plans here. You can check these out. Link is in the description below. Just note that down here, access to the data that I'm going to be talking about is not included in these plans. It's a bolt-on that you buy after you've subscribed to one of these plans. Again, more details on that can be found down in our Discord server. So let's go ahead and take a look. What am I talking about? Over in the data zone here, we're going to be talking about the XRP data. The XRP data is something that I think you guys are going to want to know about and keep up to date with, right? So this is kind of what it looks like. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for the video, just so you guys can see this a little bit clearer. So here we have three tabs across the top. We have the overview, we have the liquidations, and we have the wallet count data. We'll add more data to this as I investigate further the blockchain that is XRP, and we'll be able to review it in even more detail. Let's take a look at the overview to start with. The overview shows us the all-time high, $3.40. It's been 2,012 days since its all-time high. We're down 85% from the all-time high. The average gas fee paid in XRP is 0.0032 XRP, which I just think is remarkable. And it's remarkable because the average transaction value is $3,700, and the fees that were paid in the last 24 hours were $2,846. So the total amount of fees on the entire blockchain are less than the average transaction of the average single transaction. So the fees in the last, just XRP, it's 2,846 XRP, which is $1,332, which is even more remarkable. Now, let's put this into context, right? It costs $1,332 for 887,000 transactions. Okay, so $1,300, 887,000 transactions. For context, let's have a look at the Ethereum overview. The Ethereum overview shows us 957,000 transactions, $4.5 million in fees, right? So you can see there's a bit of a gap between XRP and Ethereum, quite massive one at that, right? XRP is designed to move money. Ethereum is not designed to move money. Ethereum is basically the world's most expensive shitcoin, essentially. But you can see here, right? It's incredibly cheap, it's incredibly efficient, it's incredibly fast, and it does what it's supposed to do incredibly well, right? 887,000 transactions at a cost of $1,300. Very, very good. There were 27,693 active addresses in the last 24 hours out of a 4.6 million accounts that exist. Their market cap for XRP at the moment sits at 24 billion, and the circulating supply is 52.2 billion XRP. Okay, so that's your bit of an overview. We're down 85%. It's been over 2,000 days since we hit an all-time high, and it's incredibly cheap to transact on XRP. It's incredibly good at what it does. Taking a look at the liquidation side of things, we can see that people who have been leveraged trading on XRP have had or seen 935,000 yeah, dollars worth of liquidations have been liquidated, right? Of which 97.65% are long positions getting liquidated and 2.35% are short positions. Again, a lot of people believe that we're going straight to the moon, so they can go long, and unfortunately it's kind of like a bit of a gambler's mentality. Now, this is quite alarming because you don't normally see things as high as 97.65% going and getting liquidated if you're going long. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 was the exchange with the most amount of liquidations from this one, which is quite unusual. It's a smaller exchange. You don't normally tend to see this. So a lot of XRP trading going on there. $475,000 of liquidations were 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 alone. You can see that that's a total of 50.83% of liquidations were 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, 22.56% were OKX, Binance was 14.57%, Bybit 11.87%, and so forth. So an interesting kind of take. This was last updated about an hour ago. Going over into our wallet count data, this is the data that's really interesting. This shows us that things are getting themselves geared up for a big move to the upside. Okay, now this is going to split opinions. People are not going to necessarily like it because they've been burnt by XRP. Maybe they were included in that 97% of liquidations. I don't know. But there is a community out there that just seem to really hate XRP for no logical reason whatsoever, when all the data actually suggests that things are looking pretty decent, and is not something that you want to kind of forget about, in my opinion. Now, there are some maxis. There might be ETH maxis. There might be some Bitcoin maxis. We need to be real when we start thinking about percentage gains of what you can make and what you can kind of lose. Obviously, Bitcoin and Ethereum are seeing diminishing gains over time. This is pretty common. You see this within the idea of an elasticity curve. You cannot continue to have, 20,000% gains. You're going to cool down. You can't move the price as much as you used to. It requires more funding to do so and all that kind of stuff, right? So understanding that you're going to see diminishing gains over time. No more are you going to find Bitcoin millionaires or Bitcoin billionaires by investing a couple of $1,000s, for example. Now, XRP, Cardano, and other altcoins, well, these are really where that kind of growth is still yet to be seen. You can still see thousands upon thousands of percent in gains. Now, don't get me wrong, XRP saw extraordinary growth in 2017, but was slammed down and bogged down by 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘's bullshit lawsuit back in 2020, and therefore had stunted growth in 2021. This is quite obvious. We can see this within the data and with comparisons between, let's say, Ethereum and XRP. Now, for the most part, the wallet count data is very good at suggesting that things are actually looking pretty positive. Let's take a look at the largest wallet size, this being 1 million XRP or more per wallet. There are, and this is a whopping number, guys, 2,128 wallets with 1 million XRP or more in them. Okay, this is a true I don't want to say like megalodon, I don't know, some kind of sea creature that's absolutely massive, kraken, however you want to look at it, right? 1 million XRP or more. 14.29% in the last 365 days, they are up. So 365 days ago, there were only 1,862 wallets that had 1 million XRP or more. Now there are 2,128. That means a 14.29% growth in a 1-year period. That is pretty astounding. Now, it hasn't grown much over the last 180 days at only 2.46%, and it hasn't grown much at all over the last 90 days at 1.67%. But growth is being seen consistently here at this level. Okay, so if we take a look at the last 7 days, it was 0.09% growth. 30 days, 1.29% growth. 90 days, 1.67% growth. And over 180 days, 2.46% growth. And 365, 14.29% growth. So we know that there's a lot of accumulation happening, and it's happening at a pretty wealthy level. If we take this down one level and take a look at the 100,000 XRP or more, we see growth again. We can see in the last 7 days that this has gone up 0.14%, in the last 30 days 0.86%, in the last 90 days 1.96%, in the last 180 days 5.26%, in the last 365 days it is up 26.13%. So again, we are seeing some pretty phenomenal growth even at this kind of whale level wallet, right? We can see that there's a lot of accumulation happening here. Now, a lot of this is probably going to be on the back of the idea that the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is coming to a closure. And a lot of people here are putting their money where their mouth is and essentially are accumulating XRP at some pretty astounding levels. Now, if we take a look at the 10,000 XRP or more, you can again see a very similar story. Up 0.17% in the last 7 days, up 1.21% in the last 30 days, up 3.33% in the last 90 days, up 8.4% in the last 180 days, and up a whopping 36.01% in the last 365 days. Again, so much growth is happening here on these wallets for XRP holders. So again, a lot of people are really backing Ripple in this one, I believe. Now, if we take a look at 1,000 XRP or more, it's a very similar story, right? Again, we can see here 832,000 accounts that have over 1,000 XRP, up 0.21% in the last 7 days, up 1.54% in the last 30 days, up 3.58% in the last 90 days, up 8.11% in 180 days, and a whopping 31.23% in the last year of 365 days. It's astounding, right? So a lot of accumulation is happening here for XRP, and this is really good ground and a really good foundation for what is to come, right? So if we come over to the price chart, right, and we talk about price expectations here, if all of those wallets that have been accumulating are going to basically soak up the supply of XRP and hold it for a very significant period of time, then we're going to see some pretty astounding things occur. When this lawsuit comes to an end, one of the things that we're going to see is going to be clarity for XRP. Is it a security? Is it not a security? And that basically means that exchanges can list it with confidence, knowing that they are, abiding by the law. They're either going to treat it as a security and basically make sure that everyone has the information that they need in order to invest, or they're going to have free reign to list it as not a security, and they can continue to kind of trade XRP with confidence. This basically will bring in an influx of demand because it will be listed in more places. That demand, coupled with the fact that the supply is shrinking and being hodled by these large investors, is going to be a catalyst for a massive move to the upside. So do not trick ourselves into thinking that things are going to be short-lived or we're in a bear market here that's going down into new lower lows. I think the bottom is in for XRP, and I think we're going to see a very significant move to the upside when this lawsuit comes to an end. How much so? New all-time high territory for sure. I think that's a bit of a given. How high? Well, that's what the purpose of this video is going to be. How high do I think this thing is likely to go from this bear market low point that we have? Let me get this in. We're looking at 28.72 as our low point here. So let's go ahead and just move this up to 7.2. There we go. And we can see that our 1 to 1.236 levels are going to be right in here. Okay, so $5.57 to $11.22. I reckon we're going to land somewhere in there. Now, I could be wrong, but this to me would be the most logical place to kind of be. Now, for those who are familiar with the channel, you'll know that I completely lucked out on buying in at 30 cent. I had a buy order there just at 30 cent flat, and it wicked down there on Binance, and I filled my order, which was fantastic. So I can take my percentages from 30 cent here and say, okay, well, if it moves up to this area, we're talking 1,700%. If it moves up to the $11 area, you're talking 3,600%. Now, again, these could be really low conservative numbers, and we could be talking about moving this up much, much further, maybe 11,000% at the $34 level. It really depends on structure. If we start to see this as a diagonal and we start to see an impulsive movement, we might be able to break above that 1.618, which would be absolutely astounding. Now, I think XRP has that potential. Not only are we seeing the accumulation happening at all the right levels, we also see that there's going to be some kind of catalyst with the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit as well. I think there is a lot of potential here for XRP to do phenomenally well in this next bullish market. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Do you align to this thinking? Do you disagree? Let me know. If you found this useful, informative, smash that like button. If you're looking to get hold of that data, why not check out membership.𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗧.io. Link is in the description down below. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you found it useful, know what to do. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
We are not financial advisors. None of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.